Hi everyone, this is the Legendary R back again with more. This time we're going to be doing another Beyblade X unboxing. This one will be for. This is the Clock Mirage Random Booster Select. And on the back, we see, like I can't read that, but I know that the idea of it is not exactly outwards weight distribution, but it's kind of like it's supposed to be heavy and extremely circular to the point where it has 60, yeah, right there, the 60, like 60 points on it, like a clock. It then has 965, and the interesting thing about this Beyblade is that it can only use middle height ratchets. So it can only use middle height ratchets, and you can't use turbo on it. So it can't use turbo or operate on it, and you can't use a regular ratchet. So it can only use the simple type ratchets, which are the middle heights. So 965, M85, and any of those other ones that end with a 5. And that is about it. And now, let's get on to the unboxing. If you'd like to support this channel, feel free to like, comment, share, or subscribe. All those things help a lot. You can also use my code, TheLegendaryR, and it saves you 5% on model toys, 7% off on Bays and Bricks, and I think it's 10% off on Noozle 3D. Thank you, I appreciate it. Your support helps a lot. And now, let's get on to the rest of the video. Okay, so I'm back, and we're going to go part by part. I do have some thoughts on the color choices though. Let's get into that. So let's start off with the least appealing one. So the least appealing one is this one, which is, this is still Clock Mirage, like all three are Clock Mirage. But the gimmick of this random booster is that they're all the same. Like they're all the same combinations. They just have different colors to them. This one is the weakest of the three in terms of the color choices. So this reminds me of like Summertime, Sunny D or something like that, possibly. But this has yellow. Yellow as the plastic, and then of course the metal shines through. And then there is pink, which is like a pinkish red, mainly like a reddish pink. Kind of a weird color choice, but that's what they chose. And then the 965 is white, which makes no sense. And then the bit is blue. So weird for the color choice. Either way, Clock Mirage is really good competitively, but the main problem is that the ratchet is easy to come off, so it's easy to burst. I think the one, well, that was their way of nerfing it, was that it would be easy to burst. But I feel like one way around it would be to use a lower height ratchet. 960, you would think 965 would work, but it kind of doesn't. It does and doesn't at the same time. So some people are using the 455 ratchet, and that kind of works too, but you still get the same burst risk. So there's no best way around it. You just kind of have to hope for the best and hope that someday Takara Tomy will be nice enough to you to actually allow you to properly use Clock Mirage. But other than that, it's good. It's just some things to kind of keep in mind. But other than that, it's good competitively. You just have to figure out how to work with it. Work with the limited options that you have. And then here's the ratchet. The ratchet is 965. 965, this is the first time that we saw it. And the white color throws me off so much, but it's okay. The white 965, not really much to say about it. It's a middle height ratchet, and it has equal burst resistance no matter what kind of bit you put in. So it could be like this one where the burst resistance is low because this is ball. The burst resistance is low on stamina and defense bits. And then for the attack and balance bits, they are higher burst resistance. But for this ratchet, this just gives equal burst resistance across the board. And then the bit is ball. The ball is a common bit that a lot of people like. I feel like this random booster select will probably be a good one in general if you do end up getting it, because of the fact that you're guaranteed at least one Clock Mirage. You just don't know the color. Just don't know the colors. And now for this one is of course the same parts, but the different part is that this actually reminds me of Basalt Herogium, or Twisted Tempo if you are someone that only knows the English version. So if you only know the English version, then they call it Twisted Tempo. So I have a little picture right there, possibly. Twisted Tempo was a good Beyblade, and now we have a color scheme referencing it. So the idea of Clock Mirage is that it's supposed to be tall and heavy. The manga actually called them, these are called dual crossover Beyblades. So that's what this is. It's a dual crossover, where it's a cross between Twisted Tempo and Flame Bixes. So the Twisted Tempo part is because of the clock theme, and then the Flame Bixes part is because of the height. So we have two versions of it. This one is based on Twisted Tempo, and then the main color that appears in the anime is based on Flame Bixes. So that's why I see the green, then this weird pink color, and then the yellow ball. There you go. Either way, let's start the test and test battle. Okay, so let's do test spin. 3, 2, 1, go, shoot. Okay, so that is something that I kind of noticed, is that it does move around a nice amount, but I think that's because of ball. And it could also be because of some Beyblades being naturally off balance a little bit. So yeah, you kind of have to think about that just a little bit. But overall, the colors for this one, which is the one that looks like Twisted Tempo, looks pretty nice. And then let's do it again with the Sunny D one. 3, 2, 1, let rip. I don't think it has the colors of Sunny D. I don't know why I call it that. But interesting colors. The red doesn't even register as red. Like it doesn't look like red at all. It almost looks like a brown color when you're spinning. So interesting. Here's the prize one. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. This is a prize, but it looks exactly the same as the Twisted Tempo one. So if you get the Twisted Tempo one, you're good. It looks almost exactly the same when it's spinning. When it's not spinning, you can tell the difference, but normally you just can't. And now, let's do the test battle. We have Wolf Hunt, Cobalt Dragoon, and Drawn Brave. So let's start off with Wolf Hunt. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Whoa. Yeah, Wolf Hunt is just so off balance. It's just extremely off balance. That's probably the worst thing about Wolf Hunt, is that it's off balance and the stock combination is just so bad. Let's see who wins, and Clock Mirage takes that round with a spin finish. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Whoa. Okay. Kinda big hit. Wolf Hunt is trying his best. Will it get anywhere though? You just have to see. Wolf Hunt is holding on. I'm surprised it's lasting this long. And Wolf Hunt is out. Clock Mirage takes the round with a spin finish. It was advertised to Tao spin Wizard Rod, so don't be surprised. And by don't be surprised, I mean don't be surprised that it probably has a weird weakness. And now we are on to Drawn Brave. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Yeah, that's exactly what I meant to show off, but I wasn't even doing that on purpose. Drawn Brave takes that round with an burst finish. So the main weakness is that it can burst. It can burst itself as soon as it hits the arena, or it could get bursted just really easily. And on top of that, it gets moved around easily too. So not overpowered by any means. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! And yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. Drawn Brave takes that round with the first finish. Okay, so this is kind of like a metal fight battle or metal fight explosion battle because of El Drago or Cobalt Dragoon battling Twisted Tempo or Clock Mirage. Yeah, just a little bit of a coincidental reference. And now, let's do the battle. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Okay. Whoa! Wow. I did not expect that burst finish. Cobalt Dragoon takes that round with the burst finish. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Whoa. Whoa! Okay, that was a big hit. Clock Mirage just took that huge hit. And burst finish. Okay, I guess the Dragon King stays on top. Cobalt Dragoon takes that round with a burst finish. Okay, so what do I think of the Clock Mirage Random Booster? The Clock Mirage Random Booster is, I think it's the most interesting release we've ever had for Beyblade X so far, because we've never seen a Random Booster, well, Random Booster Select, that is literally the same Beyblade but recolored 3 times. That does mean that for reprints we're probably looking at about a year before we get another reprint or another recolor of any of the Clock Mirage parts except Ball. But other than that, it's good. So who do I recommend it for? I'm not going to even recommend it by by single or full set. My recommendations are based on buying one. If you buy 3, that's up to you. But if you buy 1, that's what my recommendation is based on. So who do I recommend it for? I recommend it for people that want to play Beyblade for fun. If you get 3, you just get 3. If you get 1, then I still think that's pretty fun because of Clock Mirage being such an interesting Beyblade. It won't fit, because of the ratchet restrictions, I don't think it will be as fun as most Beyblades, but if you really like how unique it is, you'll have a lot of fun. And then for the people that want to collect, I recommend it for collection because then the anime and the manga. And then for people that want to play Beyblade competitively, now that's interesting. I feel like you should get 1 and then test it out to see how much you like it. Because all I can really say is that it's an interesting Beyblade. The main weakness being the burst part. It feels like it would be annoying for competitive users, but you should still get it just to try out for yourself to see if you feel like working with it. If you don't feel like getting it and don't think it's worth it or your type of Beyblade to use, then no pressure. That's just the best way to see it. So, like if you want, share if you want, and subscribe to become legend in the making. See you next time, bye, and we are proven to be legendary. Stay legendary.